Studies Capstone course really pointed me in the right direction for my desired job field. Through an abundance of research this semester for this class and learning through other courses in the curriculum, I now have a solid idea of what I may want to do in the future. This weekend, I was lucky enough to interview a former co-worker of my father named Alan Lasserson, who now lives in Vancouver, Canada. His position falls into the spectrum of what my ideal occupation is and what I plan to do. The title of his job is an ingest operator. He works in the control room for Bell Media. He records all mediums of communication feeds during the newscast like audio and video, especially for television promotions and news breaks when the newscast is aired. He also does some preparation before the show is aired. He is responsible for making the data that is saved for reruns for exporting different formats. So basically, he converts media to content. The files are then transferred to a main computer so people with other roles on the production team can then edit. The other people then prepare the files so the reporters and producers can see it and is considered news ready. Now, in video production, ingest simply means to bring a new program elements into a studio or facility. Ingest can be in the form of conventional video, compressed data streams, or data files. Part of what Alan does was highlighted in my studio production class. For that class, every other week we would host a mock newscast, and I really had fun seeing all the aspects come together to form a show. Not only just the different positions, but also the prep work like creating graphics, doing research, and writing the actual script. Having some knowledge before about how to do a role is good, but in this side of the field, you cannot hesitate to learn new things because there's a lot of stuff that is not covered in school, and you must be confident and willing to learn. You cannot let fear overtake you. You have to start somewhere. You may have to sacrifice at the beginning to get to where you want to be, like having undesirable hours or being on call. Something like this is a 24-hour job, and you work 12-hour shifts. People who work the early shows in the morning start at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Now, working with the production team is part of the job, and you will get to know these individuals pretty well because of how much time you spend together. Unfortunately, the industry is shrinking due to technological advancements, and jobs are being eliminated by computers while roles are being condensed. As times have changed, especially due to COVID, single people are shooting, writing, editing, and uploading onto the network timeline from outside the studio. This is called MSJ, a multi-skilled journalist. You need to be skillful and productive for a spot like this. Now, in an evolving television world, this is a job that will last. This is because big companies save money by having one people do the job of 4 all at once, something that was impossible in the past. I was surprised that people who own these huge companies rely on just one person to do so many jobs. It just seems very stressful to me. I myself has a little bit of communication apprehension when it comes to being around cameras, so I'd like to stay behind the scenes. The control room operating job is difficult and technical, since the operator has to be very flexible and active on the job. The training and sufficient experience is what most job demands from applicants. Now, as a soon-to-be college graduate, I will be more qualified to work at a TV station than anybody. In the past, people would go to broadcasting school, but in today's time, it's best to take communication studies or computer science at a university. Another good step would be picking a concentration like radio, television, broadcasting, or journalism. Now, when I take a step back and look at my degree, I'm satisfied that I have a major accomplishment in something that I'm interested in, not something I just did for the money or something because my parents forced me into. Taking a look at journalism intrigued me because I have developed good writing skills from undergrad and it's more practical. It would give me a lot more options. It's not going to diminish anytime in the near future because more and more people are utilizing the internet like YouTube. Alan, as well as my father, have met quite a bit of celebrities back from their days at MTV. At that time, they were both master control operators, and since then, Alan has switched to a new position, so that goes to show you there is some versatility in this job area. What I learned from my research is similar from what I learned from the interview. Somebody who would excel in this career would be someone who takes pride in their work and works well with others. Overall, my main goal is working in a control room for a baseball network. This way I can follow my passion and enjoy my everyday life and be fulfilled. My communication skills will be part of something big. A group of people that can reach out to the world instantly and spread knowledge that will be beneficial to all viewers and get what is needed out to the public. We will shape the lives of others and always be people who point others in the right direction and inform. We, as a part of our news team, will be people who are relied on for important information and to keep us safe. We provide prompt advice for the things that may affect us and what is happening around us. I am excited about my future My final semester, we really dug deep into the desired fields, and that is great for preparation. Interviewing Alan really made me feel comfortable because I understood what he was saying through my own experience of what I learned at the university and what I was taught from my dad, and I want to follow in his footsteps. Now that I have a firm grip of what I want to do after college, I can look at the skills that I have and I can see how I can be used.